What's up guys, Shane Starnes here with Droid Modder X, and I've been using the Galaxy S9 as my primary device for the past several days, and I've heard a lot of chatter about how bad the Galaxy S9 battery life is. The Galaxy S9 does feature a 3000 mAh battery. It does have a Snapdragon 845 processor, which is supposed to give us 30% better battery life than on the Galaxy S8. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the Galaxy S9's battery life over a period of several days to find out whether or not the battery life really does suck on the Galaxy S9. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so this is the first day that I've been kind of following my battery life. I just got off work and it is 6:07. I unplugged the device at 7 a.m. and we're at 50%. If we go into our settings and battery, you can see here that, we'll jump into our battery usage real quick. And I've been off the charger now for 11 hours and 7 minutes, and I've got about 2.5 hours of screen on time, and we're at 50%. So I can easily get through the rest of the day. I'll probably end up at 4.5 to 5 hours of screen on time. I'm going to try to check in later this evening as well. So it's 10:15 in the evening, and I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I still have 28% battery life. So we'll go into our settings, we'll go into our device maintenance, check out the battery. We've been off of the charger now for 15 hours and 15 minutes, and we've used 3 hours and 55 minutes of battery. So at this rate, we're likely to get 5 hours of screen on time and at least 20 hours of battery usage. A lot of time was spent on YouTube, 39 minutes, a lot of time on Twitter, 43 minutes, and then 31 minutes on Chrome, just to kind of give you an idea of the usage for the day. All right guys, it is midday Saturday. It's 3:37 in the afternoon. I've still got 67% battery life. So far today, the phone has been off charge for 7.5 hours, and I've only got about an hour of usage. So at this rate, battery life is not as great as it was yesterday, and I really haven't done a whole lot with the phone. I was at a funeral earlier this morning, so I didn't use the phone at all during the funeral, and then we went and had lunch after that. Didn't really use the phone much there. As you can see here, only an hour of screen on time. If we scroll down, you can kind of see what made use of the battery. 5 minutes of Instagram, 6 minutes of Facebook, 2.5 hours of always on display. That's about it for now. We'll check back in towards the end of today. It's 10:06 and I'm getting ready to wrap up my day. As you can see, I still have 41% battery, and I haven't really used my phone a ton today. This has kind of been a family day, so I've kept the phone in my pocket for most of the day. The phone's been off the charge for about 14 hours, and the screen on time is a little more than 2 hours. So at this rate, we may be able to get 4 hours of screen on time. So it's going to fall between 3 hours and 4 hours of screen on time. And for today, it looks like the most used thing, of course, is the always on display. I'm seeing a trend here. Even though the always on display was used for over 5 hours, you see it only used 3% of the battery. So that's really not bad. The always on display is not really using a ton of battery, but if you needed an extra 3% or 4% of battery in a day's use, you could turn it off, and that would give you a little bit of extra power. Use Twitter for about 20 minutes, Instagram for 5 minutes. So not a lot of really intensive applications being used here, but as you can see, we're on trend for a 4 hours of screen on time day. This is day 3. I unplugged the phone at about 6 a.m. when I woke up this morning. I'm getting ready to wrap up the day. It's about 10 o'clock in the evening, and I still have 17%. I do have to say that I did watch about an hour of Netflix over Wi-Fi, and in fact, I've been on Wi-Fi most of the day, so my battery life tended to be a little bit better today. We'll head into the settings, battery usage, and you guys can see that I've been unplugged now for about 15.5 hours, and I'm at 4.5 hours of screen on time. With 17% left, I can easily get to 5 hours of screen on time before the battery dies. And just so you can see here, I've got 37 minutes of Chrome. I've got 30 minutes of March Madness. I did watch a little bit of basketball this afternoon as well. I've got some YouTube usage here. What's not shown here is the Netflix usage. I used at least an hour of Netflix streaming, and about half an hour of Twitter usage. And then the always on display was on for about 3 hours and it only used about 2% battery. All right, and here we are today. I unplugged the phone at about 7 o'clock this morning. It is 2:30 right now and we're still at 64%. And I've pretty much had no Wi-Fi at all today. I've been all 4G LTE. So if we go into our settings, you'll see that I've only had the screen on for about an hour and 15 minutes. I've only had 7 hours of use. We're at 64% battery life. At this rate, I'm only going to be able to get about 3 to 3.5 hours of screen on time. So one thing that I've noticed is that as long as you're on Wi-Fi, you don't seem to eat up as much battery. Even if you're doing something like streaming video, you're not eating up a ton of battery. If your display is turned off, you're not eating a whole lot of battery. It seems that the doze feature works really well on Oreo on the Galaxy S9. If I have to give the Galaxy S9 an overall battery life rating, does it suck? I really don't think it does. We're able to get an average of 4 hours of screen on time on a 3000 milliamp hour battery. A device like the Note 8 is able to get 6 hours plus on a 3500 milliamp hour battery, so you kind of have to make that decision for yourself. If battery life is huge for you, you might want to go with the Galaxy S9 Plus. It has a 3500 milliamp hour battery and you should be able to get 6 plus hours of screen on time. As you can see, every day I was able to get through my entire day without having to charge the phone. So in my eyes, the Galaxy S9 still has pretty good battery life considering it only has a 3000 milliamp hour battery. If for some reason you are able to run out of battery all the way, then it does have adaptive fast charging and you can fully charge this device in an hour and a half. You're also able to get about a 30% charge in about half an hour. All right guys, that about wraps it up for this battery life review on the Galaxy S9. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel for more content like this in the future. You can find more of me at droidmodderx.com. Follow me on Twitter at droidmodderx. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.